Did you know that Katy Perry is changing her lifestyle for her husband, Orlando Bloom?
In what way is she changing it?
So, I don't know if she has ever had an issue with alcohol, but she has been sober for 5 weeks now, and she has a 3-month pact with Orlando Bloom to be sober for 3 months. I don't know if this is some sort of experiment, if he said, "Hey, for me, I'd like you to stop drinking at least for a certain period of time," but she's like, I gotta keep this going. I'm doing this for him. She's talking about it publicly, and she says she can't cave in. A dry January is more like a dry March for these guys, and she's completely changing her lifestyle because of it. At least temporarily. Who knows? Maybe she'll keep with it. But have you ever changed something about your lifestyle because of someone else? Maybe it was a spouse, maybe it was a boyfriend or girlfriend, or a family member where they were like, "Hey, I would like you to change this," and you did it for them. Have you ever done something like that?
Well, the big thing, and I've talked about it many times before, was when Laura was diagnosed with Crohn's disease back in 2004. One of the things she couldn't have anymore was dairy. That was just no more because of her stomach and her condition. And so I went down that path with her. I said, okay, we'll go to soy milk, almond milk. We've done all the milks, oat milk. We'll go down that road together. And I will try my hardest not to have cheese and dairy. And I stuck to that really, really hard. Things are a little more lax now. But in our house, you're not going to find regular cheese. If we buy cheese, it's some kind of non-dairy cheese. If we do a pizza, it's a non-dairy pizza. The milk that we have is almond milk, I think, right now in the house. So I still follow that path. But when she first was diagnosed, I was pretty much all in with her diet of going dairy free.
That's and that's commendable because as easy as it would be for you to just stay doing what you do and she has her food and you have yours, you wanted to keep it consistent and not make it so difficult for her seeing you have things that she can't have.
Yeah, it just made things a lot easier too. Just go grocery shopping, just buy the stuff that I know she can eat and then I can eat. And also too, I'd never want to be in a situation where like I bought a bag of chips and I didn't realize there was dairy in them. I didn't check and she has them and she gets sick. So it was just much easier when we were starting out together to have that lifestyle.
Has she taken anything from your lifestyle and implemented it to her life?
I got to think about that. What about you? Have you changed anything for you?
I think for me, what I've taken from my relationship is I try to be neater. My husband has this rule, clean as you go. So instead of throwing dishes in the sink, I just take that dish and I clean it and I put it away. Or instead of leaving clothes on the floor, I just immediately, if it's something you can rewear like a sweatshirt, hang it back up or throw it in the hamper. So I clean as I go. For me, for him and me, he has definitely become more open-minded about eating healthier foods. Like he eats salmon probably 3 times a week. He's
That's great.
always eating it. But the thing that really stands out, and this happened early in our relationship, I noticed during the summer, he always wore jeans. Always. I was like, why don't you wear shorts ever? He's like, I don't like wearing shorts. I don't feel comfortable in shorts. I'm like, why not? You have really nice legs. You should wear shorts. He's like, I'm just too pale. I'm like, well, you're pale because you're always wearing pants. And so I bought him a pair of shorts and it was the late 90s. So they were jorts. He started wearing those jean shorts all the time. And now he does not wear jorts, but he wears shorts all the time in the summer and sometimes in the fall. Mostly in the spring. Yeah, he's always wearing shorts now.
That's a big transition for that jean pant person to go to shorts. You got to find that right pair of shorts that fit him properly.
Man, those Levi's jorts were, I mean, John Cena would be proud.
That was a style back then.
It was.
Did you have a little loop to keep a hammer in there? Because some of those jorts did have the
like
hammer
the
hoop.
cargo jorts?
Yeah, the cargo jorts.
No, I don't think he had one of those.
35 pockets.
He has the dad shorts which are not the jean cargos, but just like the beige cargos. Uh-huh. Doesn't every dad have those shorts? I think every dad has to have beige cargo shorts.
Pockets for everything.
They're dad shorts.
Coming up here, don't forget, next hour, we have those tickets for you to our spring fling that happens at 8:25.
About Easter is hanging out with my family.
Are you still not drinking as much? Not that you were ever drinking, or have you gone?
Napa changed everything.
That's a pause.
Yeah, that was yeah, but yeah, since then I'm good for another 2 or 3 months.
I had to get up last weekend. I had to get up early on Saturday morning and do some stuff. And I didn't want to have I just wanted a solid night's sleep. So we went to our sushi place, and I didn't have anything to drink. No, didn't have my regular 2 glasses of wine. I felt fantastic on Saturday. Got solid sleep. So Saturday night when we ended up staying in, I'm like, I would normally have a cocktail at the house. I'm like, I don't need. Why am I going to have it? I'm just going to have it to have it. So I didn't have a drink on Saturday night. Same thing. Waking up Sunday morning, getting that solid sleep on Saturday night. It felt so good.
I feel great when I wake up without even just 1 glass of wine will totally throw me off. And yeah, Napa, I slept terribly. It was fun and it tasted great, don't get me wrong, but I just was like so exhausted when I came back.
Yeah, it's weird how it affects your sleep. Just that 1 glass can just tweak things a little bit.
Yeah, I'm really just realizing the downsides are much worse than the upsides are good.
Steph?
Same. No, I agree with you guys. I was telling James that I want to be, because we did dry January. I want to do it again for April. So he's like, I'm in. Let's do it. So
That's
starting
cool.
Saturday, we will be doing dry April.
Wouldn't it be
he
great?
goes-
Steph shows up drunk. April Fools. We're like,
I lied.
I lied.
And then I told him, or he actually brought it up that our friends Alan and Jody wanted to hang out again for her spring break. And I was like, darn it, we're going on this dry thing again, though. He goes, darn, maybe we shouldn't hang out with them then. I was like, yeah, maybe not. Because that'll, like, I feel like when we're in social settings, it makes us want to drink.
Yeah. There's a social setting pressure too that comes with it, I think.
Yeah. Like, come on, just one.
Yeah.
We went out when I was like not really interested in drinking, and I got just a Sprite with a lime, and everyone thought I was drinking vodka soda.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I felt like I was still part of the group. Nobody knew. I mean, nobody pressures me to drink, but you
Yeah.
just kind of feel left out. And I was fine.
Yeah, I think it's too more of like if I'm I just gotta have something in my hand to sip on. It is like a crutch, I think. So it could be like a Sprite or something just there.
Or
Hold it.
ask them to make you a mocktail or something.
Yeah.
There's some pretty fun ones that they make.
I still do want to try that espresso martini, though.
Those are good.
Yeah, I've never tried one.
On the TV show yesterday, we had these bartender guys on that were from Australia in town for some pop-up, and they made me an espresso martini, and it was like a tropical espresso martini, and it was so good. It had like coconut flavor, like, but it was still espresso flavored. It was so good.
Martiki, I like that play on words.
Yeah, it was awesome.
How was it? I saw that on your story. I was thinking about it with the caffeine intake we had during Try Tuesday, and then having a little bit of that. How was your?
Oh, I
you
only
sleep sound last night.
I only took 1 drink of the coffee here and 1 sip of that, so I was
Okay.
good. But if I would have drank the whole thing, oh my gosh, I would have had a headache.
I know you were getting a little jittery, huh?
Oh yeah, even just like actually I took 2 sips here. I just felt jittery. It might have been all in my mind, but I had already had my 2 cups of coffee and then that.
Oh no, that I think that you were legit. I don't think you were like thinking too much of it. It was strong. I couldn't finish it.
They have that nitro cold brew there at
At
Starbucks. I thought I was having a heart attack after I drank that. I couldn't catch my breath. It was so bad.
No joke. Oh, we actually caught some of your TV segment with those guys
In
yesterday.
the pink jackets. Yeah, they were cute.
They were at Herbs and Rye.
Yeah.
That's cool. We love that place.
I've only been once and I love the ambiance. Maybe we just had an off night. Like it was okay, but everybody loves it. So I'm gonna go back. I think we just had an off night.
Yeah, Herbs and Rye.
Oh,
Yeah, love that place. It is dark in there though.
Oh my gosh, I know. I didn't want to be one of those people that pulls out their phone to look at the menu. But I was like,
Oh,
it was so dark in there.
where were we when that happened? It was the whole group did it.
Oh my gosh.
It was at Beauty and Essex at the Cosmopolitan, and it's so dark in there. And then a group, like the whole table, flashlights looking at the menu.
That's funny.
well, that.
Okay. Morning, Kelly. Morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We're almost there. Almost to the weekend. And can you believe April is on Saturday? Because I cannot. We haven't talked about it much, but on Saturday, April 8th, we are going to be at Town Square for Hop and Shop. So bring your kids to sign up for Easter egg hunts. We'll be out there, gosh, all day. I know JC and I will start at 10 a.m. But yeah, Saturday, April 8th, Town Square. Bring your kids for some Easter egg hunts. So come down. Kelly's coming to Vegas, and I know why. I will wait for Mercedes and JC so we can tell them all together. And yes, Melissa, go State. Saturday is the big game, the Final Four. Can't wait. Can't wait. Go Aztecs. Yes, Melissa, come by. I don't know how old your kids are, but sign them up for Hop and Shop. We have more info on our website if you want to check it out, mix941.fm. But would love to see you guys in person versus virtually.
Melissa, are you still going to go to that army thing in April? Will you message me the stuff on it again? I can't find it.
She has all the lowdown, doesn't she?
It's so cool. There's a 1-year anniversary party of the Permission to Dance
Get out of
concerts.
here.
And so all the army are getting together and celebrating that it was a year ago that we went to the concerts.
That's so funny.
Let's bring that on. Do that John Cook story again. I want to hear about this.
The memories too on our Instagram story. It came up when we tried the BTS donut.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that was such a fun time last year.
I know. Reliving.
So
I
good.
missed that.
It's time for the Daily Dirt on Mix 94.1.
Let's start here. If you missed the news, Tom Brady has become a minority owner of the Las Vegas Aces. And when he comes to the games this year, he might have an A-list star by his side, Reese Witherspoon. First off, Reese announced she's divorcing her husband, Jim Toth, after 12 years of marriage. And now the rumor is that she is dating Tom Brady.
That was fast. I don't believe it. There's no way.
It started online, I think Monday or Tuesday, just some site that's normally spot on, I guess, with his relationships. They couldn't confirm the source or anything, but that was the rumor going around. So now all these other sites have picked up on it. Tom Brady, that would be very fast.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe it, but yeah, that would be interesting.
I still can't believe Tom Brady, part owner of the Aces. How cool is that going to be?
Oh, I can't wait. I mean, I knew he had a house here in town up in the Summit, and I thought maybe this is just like a summer house or a Vegas house. He likes to come here a lot. But when they announced that, I was like, oh, he might be heavily involved here with things. That's awesome.
I mean, Aces already champions. You know, they don't need any Tom Brady or anyone else to, you know, elevate their success. They're successful on their own, but it's going to be a nice little thing having them hanging out here down.
I can't wait.
BTS's Jungkook just got hired for a new role. So Jungkook is Calvin Klein's new global brand ambassador, and the singer's new campaign pictures, if you haven't seen them, they're shaking up the internet. So the 25-year-old is he's got washboard abs on display for the whole world to see. He's got a lot going on underneath that shirt.
He boxes a lot.
Does he?
Yeah, he's a boxer, and he will go live during his sparring sessions. Sometimes they'll come up to the camera and be like, put his hair back, and he's like, "Hi," and then he goes back and spars. It's kind of funny.
You were saying, so the first kind of go around of BTS, you wouldn't see skin. They would cover that stuff up. And so now this is like the second generation of BTS. We're seeing skin, we're seeing stomach, we're seeing sexiness from the guys.
Yeah, it was unheard of. They would not even allow, if they wore a shirt buttoned down too low, they would put emojis on top and cover it during the TV appearances or concert appearances. And so now it's like full on shirtless, low pants.
Yeah.
Oy, oy, oy.
We were talking in the 7 a.m. social club. We live stream the show from 7 to 8 on Facebook and YouTube. Just search Mercedes in the Morning. You're saying there's a 1-year anniversary celebration of BTS here in town?
Yeah, it's a celebration of it being 1 year since they came in concert, that those 2 weekend sets, and it's really cool that they're doing something like this. I'm trying to find the information, but Army here locally is going to get together. I don't know what activities are going to go on, but another Army, Melissa was telling me about it, and I was like, oh, that would be so much fun.
Was that 1 year ago this weekend? That was BTS?
No, it was in April. It was like
Okay.
April 13th and 14th, or 15th and 16th, and then the weekend before that, I think.
And Steph was saying it was about a year ago we did for Try Tuesdays, the BTS donuts that were so good.
Yes. Oh my gosh, from St. Honore, that was awesome.
Ryan Seacrest's last day on Live with Kelly and Ryan will be Friday, April 14th. Ryan's going to be replaced by Kelly's husband, Mark. Now, Kelly recently opened up about her time on the show, And things were not easy. So Kelly, by the way, she's been doing live for 22 years. She makes around $20 million a year, so she's doing well. But check this out. When she started as Regis's co-host, she didn't even have her own office. It took them 4 years to clean out a janitor's closet and put a desk in it so she could have a place to put her things. She also didn't have her own bathroom for several years. She had to use the same one as the audience members.
As the audience
So
members?
she says, as
Oh,
the host of the
that's
show,
awful.
she'd been there waiting to use the bathroom during commercial break, and there'd be a couple, fans, and they're like, "Okay, I know, I'll wait."
Oh my gosh, that is ridiculous.
Do you remember? Where is it? There's a one-hit wonder from 1995. This song.
No.
Scatman.
No.
You never heard this before? Anyone else heard the song before?
You should have used this for Minden Mondays Beat Mercedes. I would have never got it. I do not know that song.
You never heard it?
No. Was this on like a Six Flags commercial?
Oh, I remember the old man, the kid that was dressed as the old man dancing around.
Yeah.
It was a hit. It was a one-hit wonder in the 90s.
Where?
Here in the States. Well, John Scatman, they just announced they're making a movie about this guy's life.
Is he someone really famous?
No, that's the thing. People are puzzled. Like, he's a one-hit wonder from the 90s that had this thing. And he's getting a movie. I mean, do Chumbawamba. Do someone else first.
I'm so confused. I don't understand. Are we going to do like other one-hit wonders?
Who else in the 90s would get movies then if they're doing a string of movies?
Right said Fred.
Oh, my gosh. Absolutely.
Who else? Lou Bega.
Oh, yes. The Mambo Number 5 story.
In the 90s. I'm trying to think who else. was
The
there.
band that I mentioned that I saw or won tickets to.
Oh, Soup Dragons.
Soup Dragons.
Daniel Powder.
Oh, yes.
So you had a bad day.
Oh, boy.
I liked that song though. It was a nice song.
Is he the one that's a savage on Instagram? And
No, James Blunt.
James Blunt.
He's a great follow. He just completely he's so self-deprecating and then he comes at people. It's hilarious.
So coming up here next, you want to get into this whole bullying thing that I was telling you about? Should we get into there next?
So JC's friend is going through something with their daughter, and the question is, should you get involved with a bully on behalf of your child? Do you leave your child to work it out? Do you get in contact with the parent? What do you do? We're going to hear the whole story coming up next. It's Mix 94.1.
Glass Animals.
Yes, but it's not at the top of the hour.
Real quick, that song, the Six Flags song was Venga Boys, We Like to Party.
Oh, that's right. Sometimes
Oh.
that comes up on
Oh, why can't I hear you guys? Darn it. I'll be back. I think I need to close this program.
So we'll come on right out of traffic.
You guys talk.
Hello?
I'm chewing.
Hey.
Sorry.
Is it better?
Are we muted? No.
Hello?
We can hear
Hello?
you. Hi. Okay. Steph is restarting her computer.
I heard.
It's Mercedes in the Morning, Mix 94.1 Free Ride Traffic.
Off our Waveblade laser when treated in April. That can be over $900 off when treating both eyes with guaranteed financing. Visit LASIK.com for details.
Here we go. Now back to Mercedes in the Morning.
The first thing I turn on when I wake up.
The best on Mix 94.1.
Bullying is something that I would venture to guess all of us have been involved in one way or another. Maybe it was just, some teasing, or maybe it got to the point where it got physical. And your friend is going through something with her daughter. What's going on?
Yeah, it's one of Laura's friends. She met through work, and they're new to town and super, super sweet. Their daughter's super, super very cute kid as well. But the mom was talking to Laura about some issues she's having with her daughter's school and bullies there. And there's one girl in particular that's just, I don't want to say what she's saying to the girl in case they're listening. So be kind of vague on the specific bullying, but she's saying some very, very mean things to this girl. And the mom did say something to the other mom, because the girls were friendly at one point, and the mom of the bully kind of shrugged things off of, girls are going to be girls. It's not that bad. We'll say something. But obviously nothing was said because the girl keeps doing it. And now the mom is thinking, okay, what's my next move? She's thinking about saying something to the actual girl that is the bully, because they still hang out and do some stuff together, and thinking about pulling her aside when she's at her house or something, saying, hey, you need to be nicer to my daughter. Does that ever work? Have you been in that situation? How do you handle the bully if the parents aren't doing anything about it?
That's, as someone who has had a lot of experience with dealing with kids bullies, I feel like that is probably the wrong way to go. Now, if anyone has ever done that and it was the right thing to do, I'd love to hear from you. 702-364-9400. But I think that could also appear as bullying if you go to the kid and you start saying stuff to them. My course of action has always been, one, contact the school and say, this is happening. This needs to be fixed. And, 9 times out of 10, they will address it. Does it always get fixed? I would assume not for everyone, but I did have to at one point resort to contacting a parent because I had had enough. And it was I'll be that kind of vague, but basically I had taken my daughter's phone to do some update she needed me to do. And so I took it and I saw this text come in from someone. And I read it, and it was something like bullying wise. And I'm like, who's this? And she looks at it and she's like, oh, and I was like, I want you to text this person back and let them know that I just saw what they texted you. So she wrote, my mom just saw this. And I go, and you take a screenshot. And she screenshotted it. On the iPhone, you can take away a message.
Yes.
They took it away.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh no. And the person wrote, well, I just took it away, so you have no proof.
No. But did you have it? Did you screenshot it fast enough?
I told her, send that screenshot back to them.
Oh.
And then it kept going. And so I was so angry that I looked up the parent on the student directory and I called immediately. And the parent answered, and I said, is this so-and-so? And they said, yes. And I said, your child just sent this to my kid. And they were like, excuse me? And I said, I have screenshot. And they were like, and they said, hold on. And so I heard them yell for their kid. And they're like, did you just do that? And the kid in the background's like, I was just kidding. I was just kidding. And she was very responsive. She was like, I am sorry. That is not going to happen again. I am going to address this. And we, I said, thank you for being so receptive to this. Like, I really appreciate that. And stopped.
Was there anything else between the kids at school? Anything else happen, or that night it was over? There's no other secondary bullying or extra bullying because of she got called out on it?
The kid did not make eye contact with my child for a very long time. I guess maybe things got a little bit better, but I was like, no, this is not okay. And I just really appreciate that parent listening and analyzing the situation, approaching their kid. That meant a lot to me. So I really appreciated that. I don't know what you do in that situation. Let's talk to Wendy. Wendy, what's going on with you?
Well, my daughter, they've been friends for a really long time, and she was just mean to her every single day, just picking at her about everyday life. And I told my daughter, point blank, I'm taking the relationship from you. If she cared about you, she wouldn't act like that. She wouldn't treat you that way. Because I talked to the mother, and the mother did nothing about it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do something about it. My daughter's life is more important, and she needs to be around people that lift her up instead of tearing her apart.
It's the exact situation that our friend's kid is in. You're describing the exact situation where the two girls are still friendly and it's good at times, but then it's bad at a lot of times. And so the mom says something to the other mom, nothing happens. And maybe that's the course of action. The parents stepping in saying, listen, oh, Susan wants to play this weekend. You're not going to Susan's house. We're going to do something else and take your kid and put your kid on a different path. That's really good advice.
It's hard though, because kids love being with their friends.
Yeah.
And sometimes they think it's worth that. So I hope things get better with your friend and their daughter. That's just too bad.
It's hard and the stuff, and I'll tell you off there. I just want to, even if they're listening, I don't want to put stuff out there, but some of the stuff that the girl was saying to this girl, like my heart was hurting. Like, why would someone say that to another child? Like, oh, it was bad.
It can get really brutal. I mean, really bad. And I don't understand where it comes from. Well, it comes from insecurity. Like the people that bully are insecure. That's the bottom line. So if you're listening and you're a bully and you're a kid, you're insecure, figure out what it is that you need to work on within yourself, because bullying other kids, it just shows that you don't feel good about yourself, and it's sad. Ask for someone to help you.
Yeah, if you're the bully, and also too, if you're being bullied, Mercedes was bullied. I was bullied in school, and I never said anything to my parents. I just handled it or tried to handle it. And looking back, I wish I would have said something. So if you are being bullied and you're afraid to say something to your parents or something, or a teacher, speak up. There's nothing wrong with speaking up. It's a good thing. It's hard to do at times, but if I can go back to when I was getting bullied, to do it over again, I would have told my parents or told a teacher of what was happening to try to help the situation.
I didn't have to. My face said it all when I would come home from school, and I had tears in my eyes. My mom was like, "What happened?" I'm like,
All right, coming up next, we have the Hot 3. What do you have for us?
Okay, we are going to talk about parenting, which we're talking about now. Parenting experts say there's one phrase every parent should use on their kid. We're going to tell you what that is. Also this morning, America's favorite baseball mascots. Who is the favorite and who is the least favorite? The answers may surprise you. And watch out for your baggage at baggage claim. Someone over the weekend, or someone stole a suitcase at a baggage claim and they were tracked down. How and what happened after that? It's all coming up next in the Hot 3.
Stick around. We've got more of Mercedes in the Morning coming up. Mix 94.1.
It's Resolution Frustration Month. Hit the gym. You gave it your all, but your prom area is up.
I fixed it. My audio.
What was wrong?
I was automatically put on mute for some reason. My whole thing wasn't working, so it wasn't just you guys, but my whole like system was off, and it went on mute. And sometimes it does that, so I have to fix that.
Did
But,
I?
what's up?
You're back then, 100%.
Yeah. Everything's working.
Did Jan reveal what her exciting news was? Did I miss that when I went to the bathroom? Or
No, we haven't talked about it yet. So yesterday, Jan won our tickets to Spring Fling,
Oh, nice.
and she's giving it to Kelly.
Oh,
Oh,
because
that's so
you
cool.
got yours, huh, Jan? That's awesome.
Yeah, she was so ecstatic. She even messaged me, and she goes,
Who-
"I forget what she said."
Was it during our show that you won?
Yeah, you guys were recording stuff in the 9 o'clock hour.
Oh, nuh-uh.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
I was like, "Is this Jan? Jan from our 7 a.m. social?" She goes, "Yes, I'm giving them to Kelly." So we've created a little family here.
That's really cool.
Well, we can't wait to see you guys at our Spring Fling, Kelly and
Yeah,
Jan
that's
and
gonna be
everyone.
fun. Yeah, we'll definitely all have to meet up, you guys, for sure. Do a 7 a.m. social club picture.
Oh,
Yes,
it's on. Yeah, at Virgin.
yeah, we should do like a code word.
Melissa needs to come. We need all of y'all to come.
And we're gonna be at Walk for Wishes that morning too. Want to get a double
Yeah.
shot of us?
Doug,
All of y'all.
I know I'm going through all of them. I
Nice.
wish we could see like the people.
Who's our buddy that wears the mask? The leather
Oh,
guy.
Anonymously.
Is that who is the leather guy?
I don't know.
Come to the
forget.
Spring Fling wearing the mask.
Reveal yourself. Remember I told you guys during my 2 truths and a lie that I snuck out at the hotel in DC and my mom caught me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm realizing she lied to me now because I'm thinking about the story, and she's calling me, she's blowing up my phone, like, where are you? Where are you? Mix minus JC for traffic. And her excuse was, where are you? I got locked out of the hotel room and I need the key. And I'm like, she could have just gone downstairs to get a new key. But I'm like, oh my God, my mom's locked out of the hotel room. What am I going to do? I have to go back. And mind you, Fairfax to DC is like an hour metro.
But I get it. That's the way she knew you would come back immediately. Otherwise, you would have taken your sweet time.
Exactly. So she goes, my lie was I was in another room with another friend because there was like 20 rooms that we could like bounce back and forth from. And I was like, oh my God, she called me in a lie. But I want to know how she found out. Like, what was her mom's intuition? So I need to ask her.
That's not easy getting around that metro in DC.
I know. And I'm 16 years old and I'm not even my first time ever there.
Do you notice on the stop sets there's that little extra 5-second tag on everything now?
Yeah, because remember I told we talked about it in yesterday's meeting. And I told Jay about it that I moved it. I used to move them. And Jay's like, don't do that anymore. basically. He didn't say that, but that's what he was implying.
You can't put it in front of traffic.
I could, but he was just like, there's listening patterns.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, then I won't mess with it anymore. But yeah, it's been going on since like the beginning of the year.
So
So I was like, I guess I'll stop doing that.
Did Hat Guy lower his lights?
Oh. No.
Oh, it's just because my light's probably on the way. It looks darker.
Yeah. He's talking right now.
Is he wearing a backwards hat?
Yeah.
I'm afraid. Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Did you see that DM I sent you, Mercedes, on Instagram?
Yes, that was so funny. That's how they were. Everyone's like, oh my gosh.
I'll send it to you too, JC. It's a picture of Jungkook in his Calvin Klein photo. And then it's like a Photoshop of a girl with a sweater covering his abs.
He's in great shape.
Oh, all of them are probably.
Yeah, they all are. Namjoon does CrossFit. Sometimes he'll post his workout of the day. I'm like, oh my God. JK boxes. J-Hope dances. That's a good enough workout for me.
That's all like high intensity stuff, which works so well. Boxing. You ever take a boxing class? I did it once. I thought I was going to collapse. It was so hard. Like boxing fitness class.
They have Peloton boxing classes, and I've tried them a couple of times. And yeah, they're tough, but I like them. I like
what
them.
Are you just air punching or?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Jungkook.
JK.
JK endorsing CK.
Hey.
Time for the Hot 3 on Mix 94.1.
Here is a trick to connect with your kid in 5 seconds. Okay. A parenting expert who is just big on social media says there is one phrase every parent should say to their kid, especially when they're young. It can make them trust you more, and it can even help with bad behavior. She says to look at them and say this. It can be really hard to be a kid, right? You don't need to memorize it word for word. Anything close to that is fine. The point is to show them that you understand their point of view and you are on their side. It also tells them that life's complicated, even for kids, and that's normal. They say you are connecting a reality that very few adults actively name for their kids. Now, she says it helps kids feel seen. And when that happens, behavioral problems tend to improve.
It's really hard being a kid, isn't it, kid? Is that what it was?
Close. It can be hard to be a kid, right?
That's good.
Yeah, I like that. I think even when, as an adult, when someone says that, it makes you feel seen. When someone, I try not to complain very much, but if someone says like, hey, how was your day? And I'm going to be honest. And I was like, it's actually not great. Da, 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 da. And then when someone says, man, that must be really hard. Like no advice, no nothing. They just say, man, that must be really hard. And it makes me feel like, okay, you get it. Thank you. They didn't tell me what I should do. They never blew me off. It just makes you feel good that someone understands.
Yeah, recognizing you, just giving you the acknowledgement. Yeah,
exactly.
It's a good feeling.
Also, this morning, Major League Baseball's opening day is tomorrow.
What? Really?
Yeah. So
Dang.
remember? Oh, you only
Yeah.
follow in the playoffs.
October is when I'll be like, Phillies in the playoffs. Let's go.
My
Bryce Harper
favorite team.
and the other ones.
They showed people a series of head-to-head mascot matchups, and people picked the best one in each mascot. Afterwards, they looked at which ones performed the best across all voting. And America's favorite mascot is Paws from the Detroit Tigers. You were hoping for yours.
Philly
were you?
Fanatic, yeah. He's top
Sorry.
5. Fanatic's got to be top 5. Legendary mascot.
But do you think he's the favorite? Being legendary is different than being the favorite.
I do think he's a favorite. I think people enjoy seeing
I
him.
can't stand that mascot. I'll be
What?
honest. It has nothing to do with where he's from. If he was from Las Vegas, I'd say the same thing. He is so annoying. And what is it?
Well, you're thinking of Gritty. Gritty's annoying. The
He's
Philly
annoying
Fanatic is
too.
fun. The thing comes
No.
out of his nose. He rides ATVs on the field.
Yeah, he and Gritty, they can go take a hike. They are terrible.
Gritty's mean.
Oh my
Gritty
God.
will roast you.
Oh.
Gritty's intense.
The runners up were Clark the Cub from the Cubs, TC Bear from the Minnesota Twins, and your mascot, the Philly Fanatic, came in 10th.
10th. He's made the top 10.
Yeah, but at least it wasn't last. In last place, Steph, I'm so sorry. It was the swinging friar from the San Diego Padres.
What?
I don't like the Friar.
Is it because of his hair? Oh, my
I don't like him
baby.
because of his hair.
He has a little funky hairdo, so I thought that might be it.
The second worst was Slider from the Cleveland Guardians. Do you guys know who
No,
he
I'm
is?
trying to look some of these up.
Okay, look up Slider. He's right up there with the Philly Fanatic for me.
Oh, on a slider from the Cleveland Indians.
The Guardians.
Guardians, right? Okay.
Slider looks funny.
What is Slider?
He's very purple.
Oh yeah. See, they're all trying to be the Fanatic. The Fanatic was the OG back in the 70s. I think he rolled out, and they're all trying to be like fanatical style. He is copying. I bet you the Philly Fanatic had something to do with that creation.
Well, they ranked 27 mascots with the main one from each team. 3 teams do not have a mascot. Do you know what 3 teams don't have mascots?
The Yankees,
Yes.
the Red Sox,
No.
Yankees, the Marlins.
No.
It's not fans.
That was funny.
Thank you. The Rays,
No.
Uh,
They're nearby.
the Dodgers,
The Dodgers and one more.
Giants,
Nope.
Oakland A's,
Nope.
The Rockies.
Nope.
Seattle.
No.
Are they nearby or no? We're at
Really nearby.
Giants.
No.
Phoenix,
No.
Arizona. I mean,
No.
they're nearby. What other cities nearby? There's a baseball team. L.A. Anaheim.
Yes.
Anaheim.
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 Well, they're
Good
not
one.
Anaheim anymore. They're the LA Angels now. So there's 2 LA teams.
I'm looking at the Padres. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, setup for the Padres mascot. Never paid attention to him.
The mascot from the Red Sox is Wally the Green Monster, and he looks like a Green Grover from Sesame Street. He looks exactly like Green Grover.
He does. Again, green like the Philly Fanatic. It all goes back to the Philly Fanatic.
All right, finally this morning, a lot of suitcases look the same. So you may have stood at baggage claim and worried that someone might get your bag by mistake, but someone could also take it on purpose. There was a man that was arrested after he stole a suitcase from a baggage claim in Atlanta, and he was found because the owner of the bag had an AirTag tracking device in the suitcase. So the guy had been waiting for his bag to show up. It never did. So he looked at the AirTag app and realized it had been taken. He contacted security, but apparently they weren't able to do much. So over the next day, he followed the tracking information himself and then confronted the thief with a police officer. At that time, the thief was actually wearing his shirt and jeans.
Oh,
He was wearing his clothes. The owner got all his stuff back, and the thief was charged with theft, unlawful removal of baggage, and trespassing. It sounds like he just walked into the airport, took the bag. It's unclear exactly how it went down, but for what it's worth, the airport claims there are officers there to protect people from taking bags that aren't theirs. But if you fly regularly you know that no one is like closely
Mm-mm,
monitoring
yeah.
who's taking what. I mean, if you look like you know what you're doing, you're just standing there and you just grab a bag. I've never been stopped from taking my own bag. Ever.
Never.
Remember, I mean, they give you the claim checks.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, I better show this. And then they get there and nobody's checking. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going.
Do you have anything for your luggage that there's a marking on it? Is there stickers or a BTF sticker or something that makes, because when you're standing there, if you have a black suitcase, everything starts to look the same. And I get that anxiety if my suitcase is not the first one off there. I'm like, oh no, where is it? Do you have some like marking on yours to indicate it's your suitcase?
Well, the one that we check in, they're different colors. They're not black. I have a purple one. My husband has a purple one. My daughters have a hot pink one. So we see them right away. But on my carry-on, I do have the BT21 little koala bear. I have a koala bear luggage tag. So I always know that's
You know it's
mine.
yours.
Yeah.
8 o'clock hour. Tickets to our spring fling. This is happening April 29th with Chase and Mraz, Dean Lewis, and also Michael Richter. We've got your tickets at 8:25.
Oh, it's 7:58. Time flies when you're having fun.
Right? Before we sign off, I know that people are asking about all of our events on our like Walk for Wishes and Hop and Shop. Go to our website, mixtimefor1.fm, under the events tab so you guys can see where we're going to be at.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff coming up, especially in April. So we'd love to see you guys. Thank you guys for hanging with us this morning, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.